Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. All right, let's get into. So the fixed signs are gonna have a little bit of a rough time right now. We're gonna go with Leo first for fire signs. See what's up with Leo. This is Spitfire week for the fixed signs. Pluto's conjunct Venus and all that other good gravy. As fixed signs, we just get nailed, don't we? We don't like that upheaval. See if we can temperance that into something useful, huh, Leo? Alright, what does Leo need to know this week? Oof, 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 oof. Okay. yeah, out. PO'd. Okay, Leo. Let's do this. I'm a Scorpio, so yesterday was the day. Yesterday was the day. Alright. You have the velocity of water, though. Someone's coming in with emotional... Not necessarily information. I think they're just coming in with a vibe and then that kind of play back and forth type of thing. Yeah, hearing you want to manipulate the situation so this doesn't happen to you. And then there's the wheel. You got repeating patterns and the 8 of Earth. Okay, in reverse. So you don't want to work on anything either. Alright, at the bottom of the read. The Chariot, you want to move forward. The Devil, you see the portal, you see where your addictions are. 4 of Water, you're saying no to the emotional type of bullshit. And then the Emergence, which is 20. So you're not integrating this yet. Well, that's fine. You don't always get it right on the first try. So you got the Tower at the bottom, Death. Check your Scorpio or 8th house placements. 5 of Air in reverse and the 3 of Earth. Okay. So you don't want to have this petty internal mental argument with yourself anymore or anybody else, because whoever steps into this is going to get it. Which is why this night is not, well, just put a little vibe here and then I'm leaving. So, you're looking at it though. You're looking at it honestly. You're like, the devil's just asking, did you want to stay chained to this or do you want out? Do you want to go through this portal or do you want to stay here? Do you want to integrate those 2 snakes or do you want to stay coiled up? Ooh, Leo. Choices. You do. And so there has to be a tower moment. So everybody looks at towers and like, oh. This is a tower. You know what this is? This is also a powerhouse. It's a powerhouse of, well, this would be sacred geometry put together in earth form, right? So this is power. Yeah, I could probably clunk somebody over the head with it. Heck yeah. But nonetheless, it's power. So what you're dealing with is this uncontrolled, and you're trying to control it, incoming whatever situation for you that's going to bring death and new life. But it's also going to put an end to your mental internal arguments and set you on a path to work with other people. Okay? And this involves integration. So you need to be willing to accept these different ideas and modalities as they come across your plate. And I know that's hard for a fixed sign. I know it is. I go through the same freaking thing. I know. Things are fine the way they are. But, I'll change them when I'm damn good and ready. I hear you. I do. 100%. But when we can accept that there's a tower moment and just give ourselves over to death and then rebirth ourselves so we can end the mental struggle that goes with whatever situation here is turning your energy upside down. So you are being brave here. You're looking at this and you're moving forward, but you're not taking anybody's cup of emotional BS. So, I mean, this is doable. It's totally manageable. It's just you have to find some integration. So, yep, I gotta take the good and the bad and make it into something more, even more amazing for myself, for the world, for the people around me. Whatever it is for you. This is a lot of power in one read, I will say. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a lot. That's a lot, Leo. So give yourself some credit for dealing with all this energy at the freaking same time. Because it's a lot. It's a lot of intensity. It's a lot of asking you to like look at all this hard shit all at the fuck once. And then turn it into a powerhouse for yourself through letting it die and then rebirthing it into something that actually is beneficial, not just to you, but everybody around you is what I'm getting. Here's another tower. I don't know why that was like yelling at me. Maybe you need to look at it, Leo. I don't know. This is another tower. Well, your color. Alright. So, when you're having this experience of upheaval, right? Try to remember that, like, it doesn't automatically make you a horrible person. Like, there's so much BS going around about karma and blah, 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 blah. Look, if you're paying for mistakes in a previous life or whatever the heck you believe, do you really think that fear and shame and guilt is going to do anything to move you forward? Do you think that's the way that we're intended to operate, is stay in that mode of guilt and shame? It's okay to have those feelings, but staying there is gonna move you into toxicity. It's gonna keep you stuck in that mode. So when we're throwing around words like karma, that really the person really understands, it's just the energy you're putting up on the conveyor belt. It's not necessarily like you did this bad thing and now you have to suffer. Because if you do a bad thing and you say, you know what, I did that bad thing, I'm really sorry, and you make amends for it, you're not going to have to suffer any longer. Okay, so when we're dealing with patterns of the wheel coming back around and saying, okay, let's do this again, let's roll the dice again and see what comes out of it. Okay, and the 8 of Earth is in reverse here. You don't want to work on it, you just want to move past it. But the devil is saying you got to look at it. If you can't look at it, you're going to repeat the pattern over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So maybe don't accept the cup of emotional BS, but at least give it a good look-see. Look into the depths of it. How did it get there? What filled it? What's in it? Why is it even presenting to you? Okay? And then accept the truth of the situation, that somehow, some way, this is brought to you for some reason. Whether it's universal propaganda or some sort of are you really sure you want this? Because it's going to come with a lot of other things type of energy. And you have to be willing to look at it honestly and say, I see everything here and all of that I've put into it. I think this is just you. I don't see anybody else coming in. Well, other than your own addictions here. So when you're looking at that, honestly, with integrity, don't put any shame or hatred or blame or whatever it is. Just see it for what it is. Pull it in closer and say, okay, this is me. This is all me. And even though it might be temporarily that I am very upset, I'm discombobulated, if you will, disenchanted, it's still part of me. So I'm going to love it anyway. I'm going to be here for it. I'm going to support it because it's me. I don't escape me. I never escape me. So I'm going to love this no matter what, but I'm going to do better with it. I'm going to choose something else this time. I'm going to sit with this, look at it honestly, and then I am going to merge with it. I'm going to say, you know what, this situation sucks and it's got me all out of whack, but at the same time, it's also instructing me to trace back those emotional patterns, to trace it back and figure out what cup I do actually need to reject because it's putting me in a tizzy right now. So whatever you can trace back and sincerely look at here, which is where your addiction is, you're going to be able to negate that the next time around. You're going to be able to look it square in the face and be like, yeah, remember? We'll play this game. Bye, Felicia. And then you're going to be able to automatically alchemize that into something else that's totally useful that you can work with. Okay? Alright, that being said, I love this deck. I don't need clarifiers for it. Yeah, let's get to Queen Mob. Yeah. Okay, this one. Roses have thorns. Oh, Lord, everybody. I think a few other people got that. Out of all the decks in the card, or all the decks in the card, all the cards in the decks. Oh, this one keeps popping out too. And there's Venus in the sky. Pluto, look at your Venus-Pluto placements. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, is that going to allow you to see? Sweet. I'm just going to take this. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. So I can't help but notice these two are looking at each other and this one's looking directly at you. So let's get into it. 32. Roses have thorns. Transcend prickly defenses and courageously connect. A rose's thorns are not proof of her sharpness, but of her voluptuous sweetness that is too rare, too full, and too generous to go unguarded. Similarly, many precious souls were gravely wounded in their past, causing them to erect daunting defenses against people or situations that may otherwise wound them yet again. You are one such soul, or you're presently encountering one barbed barricade of such one. Or perhaps both these statements are true. For those with emotional scars or wounds, love is often hidden behind formidable iron bars, locks, safes, and swords. Or, to use yet another metaphor, a maze. Like a labyrinth of cold metal, a relationship can take time to navigate from its austere outer rim to its welcoming innermost heart. If you are determined and lucky enough to finally reach the center, it will likely look very different than the place that you once began, warm and soft, rather than cold and hard. To come full circle with our metaphors, you will have endured thorns long enough to discover the rose. While the prickly dynamic may be showing up for you in a romantic relationship, it can also show up in a friendship, a work relationship, and even with regard to your personal goals and desires. Your hackles may rise anytime you are afraid of getting hurt, abused, disappointed, slighted, embarrassed, or abandoned. Of course, it's just as true for others as it is for you. You will be wise to ask yourself, who has their defenses up in this situation and why? Is it you? Is it someone else? Is it both? Don't stop looking when you discover the thorns. Look further, for the rose is there as well. Have compassion with yourself and others for the past pain that has lent itself to these foreboding defenses, but do not continue to give your power away to the illusion that such defenses are all there is. Place your attention not on the prickly thorns, but on the velvety softness of the rose. Even if you can't quite see it yet, breathe into your heart and be brave enough. Let its radiant vulnerability shine. Your heart's light will open up the heart of the other, the person, group, or situation. Then you will see truly, be seen fully, and deeply connect. Know this: love is more important than safety. Vulnerability is more precious than power. True courage is never the protective prick of the thorn. It's always the fearless generosity of the rose. 44. That's one hell of a mix of cards. All right. Master your fear. Explore your shadow. The darkness is sacred. The night holds beautiful secrets. There is a unique healing quality to the cool light of the moon. One cannot fully appreciate the day without profound renewal of the night. Devotion to life is not complete without devotion also to death. Instead of chasing happiness, frivolity, and light, try following darkness like a dream. Revel in the velvety texture of your sadness. Breathe deeply into your foggy loneliness and discover a certain pleasure in letting your painful feelings flow. The night does not last forever, after all. Its unique delights are but passing through. Seek and enjoy the aesthetics of the dark. Wear or decorate with dark colors, moody styles, and gothic imagery. Or incorporate them into your artistic medium of choice. Play or listen to music that is mysterious or even macabre. Value not just your dreams, but also your nightmares. There is a vast reserve of power hidden in your fear. Turn towards it, not away. A reoccurring nightmare, such as a persistent worry, is an opportunity to practice mastering and moving beyond your discomfort and dread. Be willing to look fear in the face again and again for as long as it takes. With each jolt of terror you lean into, your fright will diminish and your courage will steadily prevail. Similarly, your sensitivity can feel like a burden when you feel the heartbreak of the world. But when you learn to hold that pain and be with it, your spiritual wisdom will deepen and your psychic and intuitive abilities will increase. You can't outrun your shadow and you can't heal everything or eradicate everyone's suffering. But when you gaze with clear eyes into the dark, you will discover a portal to power. Relax into darkness. Flow with it. Follow it like a dream. Guys, I cannot recommend this deck enough. I can't. This is... I don't want to say it's a total substitute for a good counselor, but it's pretty dang close. It's pretty dang close. If you don't have this deck, please, please, please go out and get it. Tess is a wonderful human. She does really good work. I have several of her books. So this is a great little thing just to have right at your bedstand even. Just so we're clear, The Queen Mob Oracle by Tess Whitehurst. I'll put it in the description. So 42, Venus in the sky. Be magnetic. You possess a uniquely mesmerizing beauty, Leo. Embody it now for your own personal enjoyment and to bless the world with divine light. Venus is the goddess of love and the brightest planet in the sky. In both these roles, she receives and broadcasts radiance. It is as if she is swimming in an ocean of brilliance, absorbing it, sharing it, and reveling in it. As she both bathes and blesses the world with divine luminosity, she leverages these polarities of receiving and giving to continuously increase her own glorious glow. Be a devotee of your own magnificence. Cherish the goddess-like beauty within you. Cleanse away anything that limits your shine. Patiently coax your inherent sparkle with relaxation, inspiration, self-adornment, and self-care. Essentially, you must now find the energy of magnetism, sweetness, and attraction within you. You can then easily use that energy to draw love, romance, attention, abundance, and anything else you desire. The goddess of love does not restrict her charms to the young or conventionally attractive. She blesses and dwells within us all. We can all call on her and utilize her magic. This intrinsic current of romance can inspire us to take exciting chances, make positive changes, and see and experience the mystery and majesty of life and existence. No matter what your question or current situation, your answer is this: access the quality of divine beauty within. Invoke the love goddess, surrender to her, and let her take over. Fall in love with nature, with music, with colors, with textures, and with scents. Slowly savor smooth chocolate or sweet fruit. Sway to a hypnotic beat. Gaze at the sunlight dancing on the sea. Once you are well and truly flowing and shining with the goddess's beauty, your momentum will effortlessly carry you towards the sweetest and loveliest of lands. Okay, Leo. I don't think I need to say any more after that. I just spoke to your core. All right. Have a glorious week. Until next time, keep your flame.